Figured I'd do a fairly quick video just on uh, one of them's open, one of them's not, one of them sets, one of them's vending. Suppose I could have brought one in with boxes or wax boxes also, but so these are two examples of from a sealed case. Well, there'll be boxes in a second. Like I said, one sets 82 Donruss, the other's vending, which is 82 Fleer. And two of them I have already opened, which is what I'm doing the video for, to let you see what they look like. And the other two are still fully sealed, so you have an idea what they look like when you get them back from, well, BBCE in this case. I have another one over here, actually. This in the frame. So here's another one, and you could see on the sticker still it says FASC. So I suppose if you were selling it and you had it like this, and with some level of trust that the buyer could know that it's from a sealed case still, from BBCE. But they do go through every single box individually inside. They don't just wrap it from the outside and say, yeah, we just trust whatever's inside is good to go. I'm pretty certain there was a point where they were doing that, or were willing to do that, but they no longer do, for multiple reasons. I'm sure a lot of people have gotten good at resealing stuff, which is really impressive, especially with really old 80s stuff, because a lot of this is really brittle, which you could see here. You can't tell, maybe you can if I lift it up. If you see here, like you could see this, a literal thread is what holds this together at this point. So, like, of course, you know that you can't replicate that, but it's a miracle that some of this stuff survives. Someone commented at some point that they don't use staples. They 100% use staples on all of them, or at least every 82 Fleer that I've seen. So, yeah, so that's what they look like from the outside. And then when you open them, well, here's a demonstration of what they look like, regardless of whether you had it authenticated or not. But this is here. If you take a look, I'll try to get it in focus. This is instructions to, well, the dealer or the vendor, whatever word you want to use at the time, explaining how the vendings worked. You can see that it says a box of 500 cards has 3/4 of a set plus 5 miscellaneous cards. The 4 boxes contain 3 complete sets. That's the short of it. It just gives you an idea of what to expect. So that's the difference between the vendings and Fleer and Tops, is that 1 through 4 is a set, where in Tops you could get, let's say it's an 83 Tops vending box, you could have 2 Gwynns, 1 Boggs, and no Sandberg, or whatever combination. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And that goes throughout the whole case, where with Fleer, you kind of know what you're getting. You're more or less, if you have 1 through 4, just buying sets. Of course, I suppose that assumes that you have the row in order, which would be the tricky part. So in this example, you can see 1, 4. If we take these out, 2, 3, 4. So these 1, 2, 3, 4. If we took these 4 together, we would have a set. Same thing for these, the 4 on the side here, we'd have a set, and so on and so forth. And it goes all the way through. And then this one I haven't opened yet at all. And then the difference between these two is that Donruss, I'm almost certain Fleer didn't even produce technically sealed sets. Like, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the 4 vendings make a set, but Donruss didn't explicitly make sets in the way that, or Donruss did make sets explicitly in the way that Fleer didn't, at least in 82. So that's what these are. Here's a sealed one. Let me see here. Take this off. Let's see the FASC. And then, so that's what it looks like before. It's the same thing as these other 2 over here. And then you open it. This will look like. And then there's a sticker with all the information. suppose in this case, the from a sealed case is, or no double pun intended, from a sealed case is a given because the only way it could be authenticated is if it's from a sealed case because they only came in cases, and if the case is open, then the sets could have been searched. So all you're really sweating out here is the condition of Ripken, Lee Smith, and all that, or the Ryans, Rose, whatever, if you're going to count those rookies in this case. So that's why the use case for buying these. You can buy hand-collated ones. If you're looking to buy one loose and don't care about the condition, this is what the factory issued sets look like versus a hand-collated one. And if you open one, you'll notice how unmistakably tight they are in the same way that the vendings are. So that's what those look like. And show the, I don't want to flip that over. I was going to show the staples on the Fleer. Here you go. That's how they were held together, which is what makes it a borderline miracle that they last for whatever it is, 43 years. And sometimes they don't. I had one that was, I don't want to say perfect, but in really good shape, and moved it, set it down, and the staples pop off. But what do you expect to happen with cardboard after 40 years and this tape? So that's how it works. That's the difference between some early 80s baseball from BBCE. Yeah, that's all. Just wanted to give an example, and hopefully this was some level of educational.